Yo, what is good, you peoples? I wanted to basically talk to my audience before I had streamed. This is for my Patreon crew. This is my introduction to Patreon, essentially. Hello to my members. You managed to break past the wall, and if you're on YouTube watching this is just to put people on notice. Now, well, yeah, we're here now. We have a Patreon, and I just have to set up the way payment plans will be accepted. I'm gonna have to edit my payout settings and stuff like that. But I wanted to at first show you guys there the Patreon page being in progress. Hold on, I'm sorry about that. Let's do intermission, screen capture, and then we'll just boom. So this is the Patreon page that we're working on. So I know you're probably wondering, the price is high. What does per skit or mod pack link? So basically, I was starting off as a Xenoverse modder, and then I had changed around the focal point. So basically, if you're a general supporter, you can help me get $10 a month. You are the lowest tier, but if you pay more, you can be a mega fan, and you'll be able to have a shout out chance in my videos, as well as you'll be able to voice act if you were a mega fan and have a tryout, and it'll be seen way more quickly than a general supporter. But you'll also be able to do have commissions done by me, and the prices can be negotiated. Right now, before I have stuff set up, there'll be a lot of ways to donate to me, but the main way will be through Cash App or Patreon. So I'm just showing you guys the Patreon stuff way before I get it set up. So when I do have a chance to get paid out, it can be a decent amount rather than just pennies. So for the mega fan slash voice actor tryout, it's $25. Now, here's why I say hello there, mega fan or voice actor, or even both. You can send me voice files at my email, and you have a higher chance of getting a shout out. But you also get early access to the work I do and post on Patreon. So instead of being able to see it when it comes out, essentially, you'll see it more than likely way earlier than a lot of other people. And I will be willing to grind out content for Patreon for the people who are willing to get the early access tickets, because trust me, this is not for show. This is damn sure for something. Also, I'm offering training to 15 animation students, 15 people who want to learn animation. If you give me $50 a month, you also not only have the abilities to learn animation from me, we'll have basically all of these tiers it should allow you to come to my Discord. If not, I will send you the link directly through here, or I'll send it to your email if you're willing to email me at joshhenry272@gmail.com. So yeah, with all these tiers, you'll be able to enjoy the perks of being in my server and my community. But the higher the level you go, the more effort I'm willing to put in to pay you back from you putting money in my pockets. And to be honest, as an artist who doesn't really get paid much by YouTube, even if I was making huge numbers, and I'm saying this before I get there just in case, so I don't, what I'm saying, be acting like I'm getting money. Even if I am, I still feel as if there's a level of grind there. So I will be giving out fan requests. You guys can request what type of work I do. You'll be able to request comics and request art same way as commissions. You'll also be able to see what I do behind the scenes more often, rather than just being on my Top Tier Studios channel. But you can still see the behind the scenes content here. It's just I'll have to grind out certain content here specifically so I can get that pay, because I need something to be drawn here. So if you're a student and you actually want to see my workflow and see the real behind the scenes of the dirty work I do, dirty work, see the real behind the scenes for the groundwork that I do behind my animations, my images, just regular stuff that I do, including video editing at times. I'll be willing to teach you guys the whole nine, as well as you guys can come learn with me. So it's all around learning experience to mold me into a better teacher and a better student, and to mold you into a better student and potentially one day becoming a teacher. And if you do become a teacher, you will not only have your own chance to have a real deal. Like this is a cheaper way of having your own quote unquote big dog area in my server, because if you learn from me and you learn under me, or if you learn from the people that I learned from, because basically this is going to be like one giant class if you pick this tier, and you'll be able to you'll see what I see what I motivate myself with, all of that. Like you'll be having the whole grind up package of how I get this done. Your work ethic may not be oh my god, may not be like mine, but that doesn't mean that there can't be acceptance to how you do stuff. Also, if you become a super supporter, $100 a month, this is the mid support tier. You will have a little more than a general supporter and a higher chance of getting shouted out than even the mega fan. And my students automatically have the chance of getting shouted out because I'm teaching you, so I'm gonna have to. I want to put you on and show off who I taught, you know. So this is the mid support tier. You have higher chance of getting shouted out, and you also have the ability to make requests and have a discounted price for statues and commissions. Like when I say statues, I'm talking about like if you want me to make you, like, you know how we see those anime character statues and stuff like that. I can actually do those for you using the meshes, but I'm of course gonna have a oh my god, I'm of course gonna have a cut of the money I make to whatever 3D printing company that makes the statue. So to have an even payout, I was gonna say that we try to negotiate prices a little bit better on this one, but I definitely am going to start off at $100 a month for the super supporter. And the reason why I'm probably gonna keep this here, the reason why is because if I'm gonna be doing all this statue and commission stuff for you guys, I feel as if I would want to be paid for the effort that I spend, because I could be spending my time doing something else that could potentially give me a better business venture. But since I love what I do, in a sense of getting up for it every day, trying to make ways to get paid for it every day, you know, even starting off my own little business with the idea of basically work at home, make art, chill, and meet cool people, that this is basically going to help me reach my goal of being able, my actual goal of being able to feed my family doing what I love, and also being able to actually put in real deep effort and get a good payout for it. Like, I'm not finna give you anything flimsy, especially now that I've learned how to make my thing more higher quality, so to speak. But the same thing with animation students, you can offer commissions, you can do fan requests, and commissions will be delivered by mail, of course, by statues if you order them, and t-shirts once I make them. Like I'm gonna be giving merch to the supporters as well. So if you are a super supporter, you will be receiving merch. Like if you want a t-shirt, make a t-shirt, go through the whole process of making it, send it to you, and I'll even customize a message on it for you if you want it. Like it can be what you like. So if you are a Supreme supporter, this is where we start getting to the pocket buster supporter ranges. $350 for the Supreme supporter. It carries the ability of the mega fan and general support, as well as the super supporter, because not only will you be able, I gotta add it in here, but you'll be able to have commissions delivered to you by mail. You'll be able to do friend requests on the work that I do. You'll be able to have digital commissions and early access tickets, just like the students, because if you're paying this high, I might as well start, you know, giving you a little bit of tips and tricks if you're willing to learn. Also, you can request comics. With this one, you can request hold on. Okay, my bad. You'll be able to request 25-page comics. So basically, this is for the more longer projects that you guys would request for me to do for you. So if you request like a 25-page comic or manga, and you tell me to make it good, I'm gonna try to actually take that extra mile, including spinning my wheels a bit. So that's the reason why this costs so high monthly, because I'm trying to put in real work. And it's only one me, even though I do have like teammates. I will admit my mentors are heavy teammates for me, regardless if they're being the hand, like quote unquote being the hands, or I'm being the one to guide myself by asking them tips and tricks on how they work through the process. But definitely, man, I'm willing to put in that work, so that's why the price is so high. I'm willing to spend a whole day, maybe 2 to 3, on just trying to figure out how, how I want to storyboard all the things. Unless you have everything ready to go, then we could just go ahead and get done. And that's where this is where Cash App specification comes in, because then you'll be able to, like other donation apps involving Cash App, etc. This is where the specific prices will be able to come in. If you guys can't afford the $350 a month, then that's fine. We'll be able to drop it down. Just know that I'm still going to put effort behind it. I just won't put as much effort behind it as I would a $350 a month thing. Like, don't feel bad about it, or don't feel like, oh, he's gonna short me out. I'm gonna give you what you're paid for. I'm not gonna just give you something that could really cost $10 for $50. No, I'm gonna give you something that's worth that 50 and worth actually me being paid 50, me sitting there down and putting my damn nose in the ground and just grinding out for it. And now we get to the thing that is, I view this as almost incredibly impossible for the level I'm at. But if you're willing to pay $700 a month, you have beta access to my games that I create. Yes, when I start getting into semi-game development and trying to make bigger games rather than just 2D content, you will have beta access. You will be a beta tester. You will be mentioned and have the highest amongst all the supporters. Maybe, and like, honestly, next to the students, because I'll be more hands-on with them, and I'll always be checking in with all of you guys. I'm not finna just sit here and just neglect some of you because, yo, he's not paying enough. So fuck, no, that's not who I am. I'm gonna be able to check in with you guys. I'm gonna let you know what I'm doing. I'm gonna be doing stuff. I'm gonna be trying my best to get stuff done. And by my Instagram, if you guys haven't seen it, is hothead.hendrix. I'm gonna change the profile picture, so there's no use in me even telling you the name, let alone the profile picture. And I'm probably gonna change my name as well on there. But on my Instagram, I have been posting consistently. There has not been a slacking moment for me when it comes to me trying to hurry up, get it done. So when I say that I'm ready to take this on fully, I'm ready to take this on fully, especially if it means changing my life, man. So back to the perks of being an Omni supporter. That damn smoke alarm probably beeped so much, y'all probably like, man, stop that shit. But for the ones that stuck through this far, hey. But the reason why you have the highest amongst most, like, all the supporting Supreme Supporter, Super Supporter, Mega Supporter, General Supporter, is because you're willing to put real money in my pocket. And by applying for this tier, you will have constant shout outs, just like the Supreme members, because they're still paying high. So you guys are paying way higher, so that's why I'm saying that you will have a constant shout out rate, as well as being able to host your own community events in my server. This is where the real big dog part comes in. Besides from being an animation student, you'll be able to have your own event. You'll be able to sponsor events. You'll be able to have your own leadership role within my server, and the benefits of the previous tiers, and even statues as well. So you'll be able to have all the benefits of all the previous tiers, and then some, and more of a little bit of a way to negotiate prices even lower for art that you'd want, that normally I charge around 54. I'd probably lower it down maybe to around 25, maybe even down to around 15, 10, or even $5 if you're willing to be an Omni supporter, because that right there is doing me a lot. Like, it's doing me a very, very, very big service. So I'm not gonna sit there and act like, it isn't worth me dropping the price for. And especially when one day when I do get, because I'm planning to be smart with my money, put my money in the right places. So one day when I do get that chance to just stop doing this, I'll be able to pass on this knowledge and even pay out some people who helped me start. The reason why is because once you're at the top, it seems kind of a douchebag move to not give back to the people who are at the quote-unquote bottom, even though some of them may even be way more extremely talented than me, because some people just get this shit into the stick when it comes to being the quote-unquote popular guy amongst the group who do the shit that you do. So yeah, man, all I'm gonna say is thank you for tuning in this video. Help your boy get some money in his pocket. My Patreon is soon to be really, really active, as well as the Cash App content, because the Cash App content will just be thrown up on Patreon. It'll be 100% free if I raise up enough money on Cash App, and I'll be doing live streams as much as I can to get in contact with you guys, to have more of a in-person, like, real deal feel to how I'm doing things, rather than it just being record, upload it and then never see the comments or never hear the questions or never see these things, because I've started to just drop the mentality that I have when it comes to me not trying to hear certain questions even though they're already answered. Like I know I have a mentor that hates that shit, but I'm gonna start to be more lenient on it, because it's like I see that there's literally people who are not looking hard enough, so they need someone to be like, hey, look here, just look right there. I'm not gonna tell you exactly how to do it, but I'm gonna point at them where to do it. And if there's a good enough tutorial that already answered the question, go check that out. You know, I looked hard enough, and you paid you know what I'm saying, you paid me to look hard enough. I did it so you didn't have to. So help me help you, help us. Hopefully that was understandable to the people who need to understand it. To the people who didn't understand it, basically, to run everything down in a way quicker fashion, I need money, essentially, and I want to be paid for what I love, and I'm not trying to work myself to death for a company or a job that can easily fire me and have a completely new employee waiting and ready to be thirsty and grasping at what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do has a high level of difficulty when it comes to sticking in it and sticking with it, but I damn sure feel like I have the mentality for it. And when I do build up, which I do see me building it up to getting to that point of having those riches or having those goals that I set to be a financially stable person off of art and even side hustles, once it's finally a reality, then I'll make a video titling "We Made It," and honestly, I'll just be giving away free shit. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I'll be giving away free shit. I'll be giving away free shit mainly because it's like, once I reach a certain point, there's no real chase for it anymore. So I don't have to spend all night chasing and chasing and chasing in the dream and chasing and chasing and like I'm doing now. So yeah, man, I'm definitely gonna help you guys out the best I can, but I'm still gonna have to help make my money on then, because you know I'm gonna give out a lot of free stuff, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna not need support, because once I get jammed up, if I don't have anywhere to turn, I'll always have my Patreon, I'll always have you guys, I'll always have my Cash App, I'll always have my art, I'll always have my skill set, I'll always have my things I specialize in. I'll always have those things, so I want to get paid off of those and eat off of that for life, not just sit there and then drop it because, oh, it's not fun anymore. Like, no, the fun may get taken out of something, but a lot of times it is business before pleasure. And I'm not gonna lie, sitting up all night trying to perfect an art piece or trying to get it to the best of my ability when it comes to my eye, it's strenuous. So it's not really fun doing that shit, but it's fun being able to have a chance to really say, hey, I made something, check this out. I don't care what other rendition that may be out here of it, I did this specific one. So fuck with it. You feel me? Like, that's how I feel about it. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for checking your boy out. Thank you guys for spending the time to listen to me and my annoying ass fire alarm. Fire alarm, you got anything to say? Well, peace.